What if I told you that some of the most shocking, bizarre, and horrifying sexual practices of the Byzantine Empire played a direct role in shaping one of history, its most dangerous and cunning empresses? This is the story of Theodora, the woman who rose from the depths of scandalous debauchery to the heights of imperial power, becoming co-ruler of one of the greatest empires in history. But her path to power was anything but ordinary, and the sexual world of Byzantium that shaped her is unlike anything you've ever heard. Stay with us, because this story will leave you speechless. Hello, and welcome to Historic Horizons. Today we're diving into one of the most scandalous, shocking, and fascinating tales of Byzantine history. We're going to explore the dark underbelly of the empire's sexual culture, the disturbing performances that entertained Byzantine elites, and how one woman, Theodora, used that very world of vice to claw her way to ultimate power. Trust me, you won't want to miss a single moment of this journey. The Byzantine Empire, often remembered for its glittering mosaics, magnificent churches, and imperial grandeur, also hid a much darker and more scandalous reality. Behind the walls of Constantinople's palaces and theaters, there thrived a culture of sexual excess that both shocked and entertained the people of the empire. And at the center of this scandalous world stood a young woman who would later shock history itself, Theodora. Theodora was born around 500 AD into a world far from imperial luxury. Her father was a bear-keeper in the Hippodrome, the great arena of Constantinople, while her mother was an actress, a profession that, in Byzantine society, carried heavy associations with prostitution. From the very beginning, Theodora's life was intertwined with the world of performance and sexuality. The Hippodrome itself was not just a place for chariot races and political rivalries. It was also a stage where all manner of lewd entertainment was performed. Byzantine sexual practices, especially those tied to the theater, would scandalize us today. Performers often mixed theatrical art with explicit sexual displays, pushing boundaries to shock and titillate audiences. Women performers in particular were often forced into degrading and humiliating acts to entertain the crowds. According to the historian Procopius, who despised Theodora but left behind the most lurid details of her early life, she performed in ways that stunned even the decadent Byzantine audiences. She was said to have participated in obscene pantomimes that combined dance, nudity, and sexual acts in front of crowds. One infamous performance, described by Procopius, involved Theodora lying on stage, unclothed, while trained geese pecked at grains sprinkled across her body. This shocking spectacle became a notorious example of how far Byzantine entertainers would go for the applause and coins of the crowd. But Theodora's scandalous career as an actress was not limited to the theater. Off the stage, many actresses also worked as courtesans, and Theodora was no exception. She became known for her beauty, wit, and unrestrained sexuality. Procopius claims she took part in orgies that defied imagination, entertaining multiple men at once. While these accounts may have been exaggerated out of hatred, there is little doubt that Theodora's early years exposed her to the most debased and horrifying aspects of Byzantine sexual culture. Yet what makes Theodora so remarkable is that she did not remain trapped in this world of vice. Instead, she learned from it. She used her charm, intelligence, and keen survival instincts to rise above her station. After years of scandalous performances, she left the stage behind and began a transformation that would change history. Theodora eventually caught the eye of Justinian, the ambitious heir to the Byzantine throne. Their relationship with scandalous Justinian was a rising political star. While Theodora was a woman with a notorious past, but against all odds, Justinian not only married her, but elevated her to co-ruler of the empire. This was unprecedented. A former courtesan and actress now sat beside the emperor himself, crowned as Augusta. As Empress, Theodora proved herself to be far more than a shadow of her husband. She was cunning, ruthless, and fiercely determined to maintain her power. During the infamous Nika riots of 532, when Constantinople erupted in chaos and Justinian considered fleeing the capital, it was Theodora who delivered the speech that saved the throne. She declared that it was better to die as an empress than to live in disgrace. And her fearless resolve forced Justinian to stay and crush the rebellion. Theodora also wielded her power in ways that directly reflected her past, having endured humiliation and exploitation as a young woman. She enacted laws to protect women from forced prostitution and granted more rights to actresses and courtesans. She understood firsthand the horrors of Byzantine sexual practices, and she sought to shield others from the same fate. Yet, at the same time, she was merciless toward her enemies, often using her sexuality and cunning as weapons in the deadly game of court politics. To her supporters, she was a savior of women, a brilliant strategist, and a coroller worthy of her crown. To her enemies, she was a dangerous seductress, a manipulator who had clawed her way to power through debauchery and deceit. But either way, Theodora remains one of history's most unforgettable empresses, a woman, forged in the crucible of the empire's darkest sexual practices, who turned scandal into strength. Her story is a chilling reminder of how the most horrifying aspects of human society can sometimes create figures of immense power. Theodora's rise from the gutter to the throne was not just the tale of one woman, but a reflection of the Byzantine Empire itself. Dazzling, scandalous, dangerous, and unforgettable. Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to support our work and never miss an upload. Like this video, drop a comment, and share it with others to show your support and help us grow this historical community.